Hi everyone, I'm Airier. Here we're going to be finishing up DougDoug's Twitch chat, and I invaded Europe with artificial intelligence. Last time around, the AI started to get really thirsty pretty often and also really loved war. So, oh, wow, DougDoug made an AI that's basically just the internet. This is a very disturbing realization. I'm going to repress it. Otherwise, you guys know the deal. Link below, video, hit it up. Let's get started.
Right now,
So
both
begins
our
the war
empires
on
have 3
Luxembourg.
countries, but you guys are way ahead in the resource game. All right,
Yeah.
what do you want to do?
Multiple
Research
popes at this point.
witchcraft.
Wait, what craft?
Unleash a plague
What?
on Luxembourg? Make a 3rd pope. Send divorce papers to Belgium.
They're probably going to get the divorce papers. I know DougDoug's chat. They don't miss a divorce joke. Which is weird because I honestly thought witchcraft would win up until they said divorce. And then, you know what? There's really no other option.
Oh, okay. You have decided to unleash a plague on Luxembourg.
Oh!
What's the animal in,
I'm actually
in France?
surprised.
What do you want the plague based off of? A lot of people are saying rat.
The
I'm sure you don't want it
French.
to be based off sheep. All right, fine.
Okay, I saw it in their baguettes. Frogs, rats, frogs. And someone did mention French in there. I wonder if I could actually pull it up. Rats, baguettes, mad cow, monkeys, chemicals, rats, lots of rats.
All right, fine. Everybody wants rats. It's so boring. How do you want to send the plague to Luxembourg? Do you want to send them a shipment of rats? Like,
Catapult?
Baguettes. Okay. After
Oh my
heading
God.
back to their empire,
Rats
Shadistan
built
realizes
baguettes.
that they need to weaken the kingdom of Luxembourg before they can bring it into their empire. And so, Shadistan's top chemical engineers design a new deadly plague that spreads from rats. And then, Shadistan
A plague in Europe spread by rats. Would that be American tourists?
spreads the deadly plague into a basket of French baguettes and shares the baguettes with the unsuspecting people of Luxembourg. The virus quickly spreads throughout the entire country, and the population of the land of France is decimated.
French?
Now the Empire of Shadistan is poised to take over Europe, and they decide to send their horse cannons and girl boss army to invade Luxembourg. Shit, okay, we keep going until this resolves. The horse cannons are used to bombard the city of Luxembourg, causing many deaths among its people. Then the
So France is devastated because of the plague. There's a meme in there somewhere. And then they just invade because, again, this AI likes violence.
girl boss army invades the city and slaughters everyone.
Oh,
Now the
God!
Empire of
They're raising
Shadistan
it.
Conquered Luxembourg. They decide to invade the holy land of the church. Okay, Shadistan gets Luxembourg. You just had to.
They just went
the
in.
Plague.
They went for a plague and ended up stealing the crown. Or whatever Luxembourg has. It just occurred to me, I have no idea how their system of government works.
Yeah, dude, I wanted it so bad. I'll at least admit you had to use all of your resources on it. You built up resources that all came into play for this. Dude, what do I do now? We've been fighting over this general area. You guys have four.
You know, we're going to take a random shot here. He's going to go for Britain. Yeah. Box in chat, see what happens. See if the AI decides to take over both terms at the same time.
Countries. I have 3. You still have 3 resources. I only have 1. You know
And-
what?
I mean,
I'm
it is
gonna do a
beer.
wild card play. I'm gonna go for Britain.
Call
Right
it!
now, I don't have anything to offer them.
Called
so
it!
I'm gonna research fish and chips. I'm gonna research fish
Oh
and chips,
my
and I'll be able to take the whole British Isles. And a whole
I mean, you already have beer, dude. You don't need anything else.
lot of fighting and bloodshed. But now I'm up with fish and chips. Now that the DougDopian princess and Belgium.
Culinary delicacy. While I might agree with this statement, and unironically, there are probably some people out there going, I hate everything about this. And they're wrong.
and King are happily married, the DougDopian Empire sets its sights on the British Isles. But they know that German beer alone won't sway the British people. And so
I disagree. I heavily disagree. In fact, I think that might be the closest to world peace anyone's ever going to get.
Belgium's top chefs attempt to invent a new culinary delicacy, fish and chips. Come on, give me this. The DougDopian Emperor meets with the British Queen, who's known for her love of food. Okay, we're going right into it. Would you like some delicious German beer, he asks. The Queen nods.
Beer is
Yes,
going
please.
for it? The
I'm
beer is
sorry
going
for trying
for
to kill you before. I guess you were right about the beer. When did that happen? The
Trying
DougDopian
to kill
Emperor
him?
hands her a glass of beer and says, here you go. But remember, this is not just any ordinary German
Is
beer.
it
This is
poisoned?
the finest German beer in the entire world. The Queen takes a sip and immediately falls in love with it. She asks him, can I take this beer with me to England? I'd like to share this exquisite
Apparently, the AI agrees with me. The beer is how to go. Fish and chips, that's nice. Beer? Yes.
flavor with my subjects. Wait, so she's in Germany right now? We can send you more if you like. Wait, the DougDopian Emperor gives her permission to keep the beer. He explains that he plans on invading Britain soon, so he needs all the allies I can get. Maybe
I'm gonna
she'll
invade
go
you. Give me
peace treaty
stuff.
with me. The Queen understands the strategy. After the invasion, the DougDopian Empire will invade Luxembourg and demand a trade deal in exchange for the beer. Meanwhile, DougDopia's army marches into England.
Again, this AI, man, it just goes to violence every time. I mean, he was like, hey, peace, let's give you beer. No, I said no. He said, let's give you fish and chips. Then it goes to beer because superior. And then I'm going to invade Luxembourg, but also Europe and England. They will be mine. Oh my god. The fact they sang it to the Queen, just you can tell it's ChatGPT, man. They fuck up sometimes. It's funny to watch.
Wait, do I get to keep going? I think we keep going. You guys got to take Luxembourg. I'll get 2 more. 2 more continues and that's it. They meet with Queen Elizabeth. The Dougtopian Emperor extends his hand and says, didn't you just meet? Hi, I'm Dougtopia's Emperor. Let me introduce myself properly. I am the Emperor of Dougtopia. I hope you enjoy your stay here. We're in Britain. Oh, and by the way, have you tried my German beer? Because
Okay, yeah, now it's trying to repeat itself.
it's so delicious, you might be able to taste it through your skin. The Queen politely shakes his hand and says, thank you for visiting. Okay, I got 1 more. It's nice to meet you. And yes, I've tried your German beer already. Yeah, it's surprisingly good. I think you should invade Luxembourg instead of Luxembourg. Here, let me give you some advice.
Don't die.
Wait,
Murder the enemy.
Fish and chips? It literally says nothing about fish and chips. I got nothing from that. All I did was meet the Queen like 4 times.
And gave her beer.
Plague to England. My army is literally there right now. Don't fucking plague them. Plaguettes to England.
Well played, chat. That one got me.
You said marry the Queen. Who would you send to marry the Queen? You don't have the Pope.
Train
What
girl
I will
boss
allow you to do
assassins.
is in 1 turn.
Form a new religion, divorcism. Okay, yeah, this is chat, all right.
You can find the Pope
Ally with
and try to have
Ireland.
the Pope marry the Queen of England. This is a sneaky move here. In a bold play, Shatistan is switching their strategy. They're going to try to send the Pope, who's currently hiding in the woods, over to England to try to seduce the Queen to get the Queen to ally Britain with Shatistan before Dougtopia can ally with them. Shatistan is concerned about Dougtopia's interest in Britain, and so the Empire's leadership decides to go find the missing girl boss Pope who escaped into the woods. After recovering, Shatistan plans to send the Pope to England to get married to the Queen. However, the Pope refuses to leave the forest. Instead, she leads a resistance movement against the Empire. Now the Empire of Chatistan is poised to conquer Britain. Wait, what? They send their horse cannons to attack London and slaughter the civilians.
Yeah, again, everything is violence here. On the other hand, internal division as there is literally a renegade Pope fighting against the Empire. I would almost swear I've heard that exact phrase to describe an anime plotline, but I'm literally pulling a blank, but it sounds familiar.
When the Pope returns to the castle after escaping into the forest, the Empire of Chatistan has already taken control of the city. Of London? The Emperor and the Supreme Moderator decide to put an end to the rebellion. Wait, you've killed everybody in London, but the Pope tells her guards to save her and flee into the forest. The Empire of Chatistan goes looking for the Pope and finds her in the middle of the forest. I think you took over Britain and you're also looking for the Pope. The Emperor and the Supreme Moderator are confused as to why the Pope would be in the forest, so they decide to give chase. Soon enough, the Pope and her army of girl boss warriors ambush the Empire and take control of the castle.
So did Chat just take control of Chat by fighting Chat and then just casually slaughtered everyone in England? You know, considering how many times the monarchy is literally one king versus the other king who's just related and you're trying to figure out who's who. Yeah, this actually kind of pans out for most of Europe being an accurate representation. Thank you, AI, for completely accurately encompassing human history in the most disturbing way possible.
Okay, I think you guys just got England, but you lost the Pope and the girl boss warriors. Or does she have her own army of girl boss warriors?
I think she has her own.
We don't need England. Really? You don't want England? Are you crazy? You want the Pope that badly?
I mean, let's just be completely honest here. England also great. They didn't want the Pope that badly. Hell, they didn't want England that badly. They wanted everything else. Thus, the British Empire was born. I mean, technically what I said is accurate, but there is so much context missing. There's probably some English majors and other history majors listening. No, wait, reverse that. History majors and other English majors listening who are just cringing, as opposed to everyone else who just starts cringing before I start talking as a learned reflex.
You can get a new Pope. This is already Pope number 2. So, you guys did successfully take control of London and slaughter everybody there with your horse cannons. The horse cannons are really paying off for you, by the way. But you did lose control of the Pope, who has her own army of girl boss warriors who are now rebelling against the Empire. Fuck.
Does this count as the third franchise? Not franchise. I guess player now? The AI fully controlling the rebel Pope? I guess we need a new team then.
Dude, I was literally in Britain. I had Britain. I don't even have fish and chips to try to woo Ireland. Okay, so you guys now have Vatican City, Italy, France, Luxembourg, and Britain. Jesus. But you lost one of your resources. Girl boss Pope 2 is hiding in the woods. She's gone. We need Pope 3. I think I have to go for Ireland.
Make a better
I
pope.
can't let you guys control the whole British Isles. You know,
more
why
corrupt
I'm definitely going to have a successful treaty with Ireland? They also love being drunk. And the only resource I have still is beer because my bears all got killed. This is an easy peace treaty right here. To recap, we're
an easy peace treaty, he says. Calling it now. Ireland is going to take the beer and win the fight. And then maybe reinvade France because, I don't know, it just seems like it'll happen.
My emperor was in England talking to the queen before you guys showed up with horse cannons and murdered her. And so suddenly the queen was murdered by the horse cannon warriors from Chattistan. So the emperor of Dougtopia instead set his sights on Ireland. After taking an emergency boat and escaping the carnage, the emperor shows up by himself to the Irish government. He starts pleading with the Irish president. Please, Mr. President of Ireland, join our great empire of Dougtopia. I don't have much now, but if you join us in alliance, I have delicious German beer for you back in Switzerland. The Queen of England used to love that beer before she was murdered by a gunnicorn. We can protect you from such
Oh God, it's called a gunnicorn. yeah, that pans out.
a fate. The Irish president laughs at him. Ha ha ha, you're funny. Your army is already... Oh shit, he knows. Your army is already defeated in both of our countries. How can you possibly offer us anything? Dougtopia's emperor tries to reason with him. How does he know that my army is... Whatever. It's simple. We have more troops than you do. If you join forces with us, we'll defeat the Chattistan Empire. The Chattistan Empire will bow down to us and ask for a trade deal in return for sending his army to invade Luxembourg. Then, once we have conquered Luxembourg, we can invade Ireland and force you to join our alliance as well. Hell of an offer there. The Irish president...
Join me and I will join you in joining us to fight you versus us at the same time. It's all according to the plan nobody ever made. This works out.
Laughs at him. That's hilarious. You have more troops than us, but you still lost against Chattistan and Luxembourg. True. What makes you think you can defeat the entire European Union? Dougtopia's emperor becomes enraged. Fine, just give me a list of the other leaders in Europe, and I will kill them one by one until you agree to join our alliance.
Again, I'm going down to this is legitimately terrifying. The AI is becoming more sane as it becomes more and more murder focused. I'm not the only one seeing that, right? Like, am I the only one who's like, whatever it talked about froofy stuff and the beer and the food, it's like, I don't care. It just goes all over the place, it repeats itself. But murder, it remembers details. It is coming up with complete sentences and making a plan that, while absolutely disturbing, makes sense. And even the response, you're insane, which is matched by the previous planning. As soon as it comes to violence, this AI is competent. We should be afraid, shouldn't we? We should definitely be afraid.
The Irish president stands up and screams, "You're insane! You can't possibly kill them all!" The emperor smiles and laughs at him. "Oh, you're right. I forgot. I need to kill these two first." He points his sword at the Irish president and says, "You first. I shall make you the new emperor of Ireland." The Irish president agrees and calls for his guards. He puts on a bulletproof vest. Okay, I guess I have to die now. But just before he's about to get shot, he hears a familiar voice. "You can't kill me. I'm the president of Ireland." "I'm sorry, sir. I didn't realize you were the president of Ireland. I thought you were some random guy who agreed to help me kill them all."
What? I take back everything I said about the AI being sane. It's just insane, but very murderous.
Who's he talking to right now?
The real president of Ireland.
"Well, I guess I'll have to join your alliance." The Irish president walks over and hands the emperor a list of the other leaders in Europe. "Here you go. I win. I win."
Did he accidentally take over Ireland because the actual president was drunk and the stand-in forgot he wasn't the only president? Oh. Oh, this is insane. This is absolutely nuts. He got Ireland through the power of letting the AI run out.
Threaten him with my sword. That
and then
counts,
replace
dude.
the president with the president. Who's the president?
Somehow I threatened the leader of Ireland and got him to join Dougtopia. The British Isles are split. And
I wonder how many people just got pissed off about this. If you know why, you find it funny too, and I'm not going to say shit from here on out.
And I now have a list of all of the European Union. Add list of leaders as a resource. If you guys want me to get a point off that, sure. So I get Ireland, and the Irish president gave me a list of every other leader, I think, in the European Union. All right, you have your army
My
back.
God, he has
Invade
future enemies.
Switzerland. Alliance with Spain. Make a third pope. Third pope would get you a new resource. Invade. You want to invade Germany again? Really? I beat the shit out of you guys last time. Okay, you decided to
have no
invade
army, though.
Germany again. Last
They're
time
making
you
the
guys
play.
invaded Germany and you were destroyed,
Breaking
even
it.
though my army was just annihilated. It was a massive upset. Can you do it again? And let's be clear, this time my army is actually healthy, so I should beat you. Now that Chadistan has slaughtered the people of London and captured England, they set their sights back on their arch nemesis, Germany. They gather their horse cannons, a girl boss army at the border of Germany and France. Right then, the supreme moderator of Chadistan.
I just realized what we're watching. This is literally the fall of Rome. It's Rome versus the barbarian chatters. Or, well, I guess the Roman chat versus the German barbarian Dougs. It's literally that part of history all over again.
Gives out a war cry. Today, we divorce the nation of Germany from Dougtopia.
Oh my
and if our army falls, it is rigged for the Pope. Then Chadistan army attacks into
that's
Germany.
Chad, all right.
Come on, defend this. As the war continues, the Emperor of Chadistan is injured in battle. The Supreme Moderator takes command of the army and takes the throne of Chadistan. This new emperor is the same age as the Pope, and they share a special bond.
Do I need to start censoring this? Because I mean, the AI was really bloody minded for a bit. Now it's going more, I think the term is shoujo manga on this. Was not expecting that turn of events.
The Pope is not here. They decide to become lovers and to rule as husband and wife. All right, you guys got the Pope back. The war between the Empire of Chadistan and the nation of Dougtopia continues. At some point, the Emperor of Chadistan realizes that he has feelings for his wife. We're in a war. The Emperor of Chadistan decides to give up on conquering Europe and returns home. His wife, the Pope, becomes upset because she wants to continue their conquest. She tries to convince the Emperor to stay, but he refuses. I guess we see where this goes, and this maybe determines the Emperor.
You know, I made the point about this is a shoujo manga. And considering the romantic drama is apparently real right now, I think I made the right statement. The AI has switched from murderous bloodshed to romance bloodshed. I know what I said. I stand by it.
Decides to flee the Empire with his horse cannons and girl boss army. Who's the Emperor? The Supreme Moderator takes command of the Chadistan army and decides to invade Italy. Once there, she discovers that the Pope is gone. Okay, we reroll, right? This is totally incoherent.
That's too
the
weird.
Good news for you guys is that the program really wants you to get the Pope back and to marry the Pope. Okay, then the Chadistani army attacks into Germany.
And Fat Albert? What? Oh, it's for Pope and Fat Albert.
The battle is fierce, and the horse cannons cause lots of damage. Meanwhile, the Supreme Moderator and her army are mercilessly massacring the German people. In the end, the Empire of Chadistan is victorious. Really, after all...
They had that entire thing about murder and bloodshed and getting the Pope and divorcing the Pope, but running away from the Pope, so it's not really a divorce, so they can do it later. And then now there's maybe a third Pope, and then it's like, no, we just flat out win.
All that shit. After all that shit just gives it to you. Okay, Germany goes to Chadistan. Shit, now my empire is split, dude. I'm not even connected. Wait a minute. If we're playing first to 10, here's what I was thinking. I was gonna go for the Netherlands because they haven't been involved yet, and I feel like I could take them easily from Belgium. But you guys are at 8 points already, and if we're playing to 10, that means you only need 1 or 2 more good turns. But what I could do is take back Luxembourg. They're weakened from your plague, and I've got an army in Belgium. You guys have been fighting in Germany this whole time. You've been so distracted, you didn't even think about Luxembourg. Now that Dougtopia has a list of all the other leaders of Europe, they finally know who leads Luxembourg. This could be the secret weapon needed to finally take control of the country. And so the remaining Dougtopian army in Belgium starts the invasion of Luxembourg. They storm into the capital of Luxembourg. The army is vastly outnumbered, but the Dougtopian soldiers are well trained and have been prepared for this battle. They defeat every single warrior of the enemy army without losing a single soldier themselves.
Wow, that's actually really impressive.
That's it. The Dougtopian army marches through the streets of the capital. They stop in front of the palace and look down upon the king of Luxembourg. They're confident they can easily defeat him and conquer this last country in Europe.
I'm not so sure about last, but I think considering he's losing so much, he might be okay with last at this point. Why am I getting boss music as I start to playing? Like, anyone else hearing that?
I guess I should kill the king. However, there's one problem. There's a giant statue of a horse in front of the castle. And atop that horse is the Chadistani emperor. He's looking down at the Dougtopian army and laughing.
Oh my God.
Luxembourg. Look at those idiots fighting over a stupid horse. The Dougtopian emperor is furious. He yells at his troops, "That's not the right horse. That's a different horse." The Dougtopian army is confused.
Yes, it's not the only one.
How can you tell one of them asks? Because that horse is wearing armor, and this is a naked horse. All the Dougtopian soldiers look at each other and begin to laugh. Oh, wow.
Accurate response.
I totally forgot about that. That's a Chatistani trick to fool their enemies. They paint the wrong horse with armor so that it looks like a Dougtopian horse. The Chatistan Emperor laughs as well. God, that's such a classic chat move. He turns...
Yeah, I mean, just randomly throwing horses at people. It's like Fasha Levaz, but it's a horse instead. No one sees it coming.
Around and sees the Dougtopian Emperor pointing at him. Ah, now you've painted yourself into a corner.
I'm pretty sure he painted himself into a horse. I mean, Chatistan is the one that has whales, so maybe sheep is more accurate.
Dougtopian Emperor is angry now. You little jerk. You tricked us into thinking that the Chatistan horse was wearing armor and we painted our own horse, but it really wasn't armor. We were painting it with the same color as... Wait, hold on. Apparently both of our emperors are on horses arguing about who's painted what color, right? The Chatistan...
You know, that's stupid and ridiculous, and please don't correct me that something like that has ever happened in history, because at this point, I'm kind of expecting someone to say, yeah, there was that one time where the two kings had a paint off, and it was bloody, because they were designed to paint with each other's blood. It went everywhere. I'm making that bullshit up. I think it's stupid. It's ridiculous. There's no way it should be accurate, but it's so stupid and so ridiculous. There's a part of me in the background going, you know, it probably did happen, right? And I don't want that part of me to be right. Lie to me. Tell me it never happened. I'm fine with that. Thanks in advance.
Chatistan Emperor laughs again. Surprise, surprise. I knew you would fall for it. Now, how will you defeat
horse of a
me?
different
The Dougtopian Emperor realizes what he has to do. This could be it. If I kill your emperor, I get Luxembourg. We'll just attack the Chatistan horse with everything we have. We have more cannons than they do, so we will win this war. Go get ready. His army cheers and prepares to charge. Suddenly, the Chatistan Emperor shouts, not so fast. First, I need to teach you another lesson. You can't beat me unless you know how to use your weapons. The Chatistan Emperor runs over to one of his horses and takes off its armor. Then he holds up his palm to show the Dougtopian Emperor that the Chatistan horse is carrying no weapons. See? No swords, no spears, nothing. I'm invincible. So you can't beat me unless you learn how to fight without weapons.
The AI is going, the Emperor has no clothes, as a battle tactic to intimidate the enemy and also embarrass them into complying? I don't know. I probably shouldn't even look for thought in this at this point because it's insane.
Otherwise, you'll be dead meat in a few seconds. The Dougtopian Emperor is enraged. You little jerk! You tricked us again! This time, you made us paint our own horses in armor! You tricked us into believing that the Chatistan horse is wearing armor, and now we painted the wrong horse. Didn't we already say that? The Chatistan Emperor...
they're really mad about that horse.
So you're saying that your army painted the wrong horse. The
I hate it when I paint the wrong horse. It just goes everywhere. Think about a horse pun right now, but it's beneath me.
Dougtopian Emperor realizes he's...
That was a sheep. I guess I have to say nay to that one.
Been tricked. He yells, you made us paint the wrong... Okay, we're going way back. We're going all the way back to here. I've already beat the Luxembourg army. If I kill the Emperor, this counts. The Dougtopian Emperor is furious. How dare he interfere with my conquest? I command you to kill him now. One of the generals responds, but sir, the Chatistan Emperor is a giant. How can we defeat him? He looks like he could crush us with one arm. The Dougtopian Emperor is about to order when suddenly a voice echoes through the sky. It's the Chatistani Emperor again. Why did you come here to invade my country? You should know that I have the power to control all your armies with my mind. Even if you defeat me, your army will fall apart and you will lose. All of the Dougtopian soldiers look up at the sky. They see the Chatistani Emperor floating above their heads.
Okay, they're going full on Dark Souls on this thing. Flying giants. Or is that more Elden Ring? Nah, I think that's more Dark Souls.
The Dougtopian Emperor yells at his men, kill him, kill him, kill him! The Dougtopians rush forward and attack the Chatistani Emperor. But the Chatistani Emperor doesn't even feel the pain of being stabbed or choked. Instead, he laughs and waves.
Dear God!
Suddenly, his fingers begin to glow with magical powers. The Chatistan Emperor begins to shout, dragon breath! He opens his mouth and releases a torrent of fire. All the Dougtopian soldiers are instantly incinerated in an instant. The Chatistani Emperor laughs as he floats away.
I think we have established the Chatistani Emperor is its own boss. Do they need to get a new resource for this and just win the game? Because I think they just did.
So is it a draw? That's my Emperor, Pog. I think what happened is that...
Okay, we got a title for the video. Hashtag that's my Emperor.
I invaded Luxembourg, my army killed your army, then you guys have a giant emperor who killed my army with a dragon breath. Great Battle of Luxembourg is a draw. Both armies were incinerated though, so we're both out of armies for 2 turns. Is the giant emperor who can fly and use dragon breath a resource?
If it's not, I have very many questions about what you consider a resource.
He also flew away. We don't know where he is. You don't know where he is right now.
I mean, he's on the forest like everyone else for one, so that's different.
You can't use him until you find him again. You are still at 8 points. You've got 6 countries and 2 resources. Okay, if you can successfully recover your God Emperor, that is another resource point. This is the quest to find your gigantic emperor. Now that
is he golden? Does he just have a bunch of people in armor following him? Maybe call him a Stardy or something? Like maybe Marine of some sort? Nah, it's too much on the nose.
Chatistan has taken over Germany and defended Luxembourg from the DougDopians. The Empire has decided it needs a new leader. In fact, it needs the greatest leader. Chatistan must find its long-lost God Emperor, the giant man who can fly and shoot dragon breath. He was lost at the Battle of Luxembourg, but the Chatistani people cry out for his leadership. And so, the people of Chatistan go looking throughout the entire empire for their God Emperor. But no one has seen him since the Battle of Luxembourg. The Emperor... We'll say you have 2 emperors. The emperor wants to search for him in the mountains, but the supreme moderator suggests another place instead, the depths of hell. The emperor agrees, and so the supreme moderator leads the empire's army deep into the bowels of hell. Finally, the emperor...
I thought the American one was next. I didn't know they were going to New Jersey. Huh, well, I guess it works.
And the supreme moderator reach the deepest parts of the underworld. There they see a massive door carved into the rock wall, and above it, written in an ancient script, the gate of hell. Suddenly the door opens and a figure appears. It's the God Emperor, the mighty warrior, the master of magic and fireballs. I have returned. The God Emperor walks past the emperor and supreme moderator and flies off to his throne room.
They made it. They found him in hell.
How did that work? That was shockingly coherent for you guys.
You know, I just realized he's right. It was coherent. Every time he's done anything too far, after a couple of refreshes, it just goes random, but he seemed to have a consistent amount of information here. The AI kept the plot threads. You know, I keep seeing this as for an MMO generator. I'm wondering if maybe this kind of storyline he's using is more in line with what it was trained on, so it can actually be more coherent about this. That would make sense, but I feel like I need more information to make that decision.
Going to hell. All right, you found him. The Emperor's back in the throne room. Chatistan has the Emperor, and that's point number 9. You already have Girl Boss Army, you have horse cannons, and now you have giant God Emperor. Meanwhile, I've got beer and a list of the European leaders. Thanks.
I mean, one of them is, congratulations, you have to kill the God Emperor. Not going to go well. And his army of giant Girl Boss warriors. Suavitas?
Ireland. Okay, this is potentially match point. I'm going for Netherlands. I need another point on the board. I don't have an army right now. Here's my hope. I try to make an alliance with Netherlands. They say yes because they love me. I can even offer my beer. But then, hopefully the AI continues it, and they'll give me like a God Bear Emperor or something who will invade Germany, and I take Germany back. I need like a 2 for here.
He's going to get very lucky, or he's going to get very unlucky. In fact, can chat win on Doug's turn? I don't know, but I kind of want it to happen.
I need a big turn here. You don't have your beer there. God damn it, you're right. The beer's in Switzerland. Okay, fine. I'll offer them my list of European leaders. Netherlands loves lists.
Guess you gotta list it up.
This is the big plan, the big bet. Use the list, and I get the Dutch. With the DougDopian army defeated and Germany lost, the DougDopian emperor returns to his temporary headquarters in Belgium. It's time for the great nation of Netherlands to join DougDopia. And so the DougDopian emperor gets his precious list of all European leaders and brings it to the Dutch chieftain. With this list of leaders, you could assassinate all of Europe. In exchange, I ask that you join DougDopia in alliance. The Dutch chieftain smiles. DougDopia, that's a new name, but I'm not interested in joining any alliances. And besides, I'm too old for this kind of thing, okay?
Oh my God, is he like 3 days from retirement or something?
I have a chance. Maybe I'll offer him beer or something. Why do they never want to join my alliances? The DougDopian emperor is shocked. What? Why are you refusing? The Dutch chieftain answers, because I'm gay. I don't want to marry anyone.
I don't think they were asking that.
The DougDopian emperor realizes that his plan has failed. Why won't anybody join my peace treaties? I didn't even bring up marrying people. This has nothing to do with the list of European leaders, man. All right, fine. That's my turn. You guys are up. I'm still locked into Belgium, Switzerland, and Ireland. Chat, you guys are potentially on game point. You don't have an army, though. You can't invade right now. You have one more turn without invasion. Ally with... Hell isn't on the map. You can't ally with hell.
I don't think I can answer that question seriously, so we're just going to move on before I say anything I could regret.
Guess we can put hell on the map. Offer
oh my
the
God.
Giant emperor to marry who? To marry Satan? If you get a marriage with Satan, that counts as an alliance. On your potentially game-winning point, Chad is going to offer their giant emperor to marry Satan. And
yep. Twitch chat wants to win by Twitch marrying hell. This makes perfect sense. Unironically, even.
Thus form an alliance with hell. I need hell represented on the map.
Random hell. Put it in Russia.
This is it. could be
I guess the
game point.
Atlantic Ocean's fine.
Now that the God Emperor has returned to rule the nation of Chadistan, only one final task remains. Chadistan must forge an alliance with Hell. And to do this, they decide to offer up their most precious of resources, the giant, godly, and incredibly handsome God Emperor in marriage to Satan. As the God Emperor approaches Hell's gates, he shouts out, "Hear me, Satan! The great empire of Chadistan has nearly conquered all of Europe and Luxembourg, but such a victory would feel hollow without your loving embrace. Marry me, Satan! Marry me and rule Chadistan together!" Here we go. Satan, sitting upon his throne, laughs. "No!
Marriage never seems to
never
work.
marry you!" The God Emperor is shocked by Satan's response, but soon enough, he realizes that Satan is just playing with him. Wait,
What?
maybe? You fool! You shall never marry me! This marriage is merely a ploy to trick you into my service. The God Emperor, realizing the truth, feels betrayed. This is your trap, your evil scheme to take over the world with your horse cannons and girl boss army. Satan shrugs. Such is life. And so the God
What?
Emperor realizes that it is indeed true. He cannot trust Satan. Wait, so
So does that mean the Pope gave the girl boss army that ran away to hell? This is weird. I'm loving every second of it. I don't get a bit of it.
is the marriage called off or are we good? But he still wants to take him down with him. Listen to me, Satan. If you allow us to join forces with the great empire of Chadistan, we shall take over the entire world. We will become the most powerful force in history. I'm ready to make a deal with you, Satan. The God Emperor offers his hand, and Satan, smiling darkly, accepts it. Let's make a pact together, Dark Emperor. Wait, is that it? Oh, they're making a pact. What is the pact?
Did they get
Does
the
pact
pact?
mean that they're taking over the world?
Or
And
does
so
it go
the
crazy?
two leaders shake hands, sealing a deal between the Empire of Chadistan and the Empire of Hell. That was a simple story about the rise of the
Simple,
Empire of
my
Chadistan.
AI
Not
ass.
even knows the game is over. Jesus Christ. Chat found a God Emperor and married Satan. And that's point number 10.
Oh my god.
With that, DougTopia is in shambles, and Twitch chat
Yeah.
won Europe. Congratulations. And thus, after accidentally killing the vast majority of European citizens,
Oh,
the
God.
Empire of Chadistan finally took over Europe.
And hell.
But this story isn't over, because the leadership of DougTopia secretly fled to Ohio, where they will recoup their forces and finally
Why would he subject them to Ohio? It's like Medic Florida, except somehow actually worse. I have family there. I can verify it.
take down fucking Luxembourg. Mark my words.
Ohio
Chadistan
versus
will fall.
Luxembourg.
Next time on DougDoug.
Ugh. Okay, full disclosure, my allergies are killing me right now. My eyes are really watering because I made the brilliant idea to shove my face into a kitten's fluff because it's cute and fluffy without taking my allergy meds. So this one's on me. More importantly, though, this is freaking good, man. I just like the idea that it was literally just chat getting all of the AI benefits here. I mean, dear God, it gave them hell. It gave them Satan. It gave them a god flying emperor that breathes fire. And the AI had a favorite, murder, followed by chat. Oh, wow. I wonder if it's because chat gave it more murder. Because Doug kept trying to do peaceful things and lost his army through it, where chat was like, we're going to do stupid things. It involves murder. Yeah, I see where the AI is going with this one. Oh, God. So, yeah, next time, we're either going to be doing the AI invasion of Ohio, or, well, I guess America, and also Ohio, or something else. I don't know, because I kind of want to do the AI invasion one next, just to see where the hell this continues to, because this was insane. And if the next one is even crazier, I actually really want to see just how crazy that gets. So if you want to see that, let me know. If there's something else I should check out, let me know about that too. Either way, I'm probably going to check that out regardless eventually. I'm looking forward to it. So you guys know the deal. Link below video. Hit it up. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.